All right. Hi, this is Eliza Boyer. I'm the Senior Manager of School, Youth, and Family Programs here at the Museum of Arts and Design, and you are here in the first annual student exhibition from PS 96 in the Bronx in conjunction with Lincoln Center Institute. Mass Education Department, Lincoln Center Institute teaching artist Barbara Ellman, and 10 teachers from PS 96 first met at the museum back in December of 2008 to explore the Second Lives Remixing the Ordinary exhibition and brainstorm which of the works should be of particular focus for this 10-week program. Between our first planning session at the museum in December through April, over 200 first through fifth grade students immersed themselves in a deep exploration of how the artists of Second Lives took everyday objects, turned them into art-making materials, and imbued them with meaning. First, students and teachers watched video interviews of Second Lives artists in their classrooms. Barbara then began directing the experimentation of repurposed materials collected around the school, from plastic bottles and clothespins to plastic forks and spoons, and the discussion of height, length, and depth, all needed for a work of art to be a sculpture. PS 96 then came to the museum for a hands-on workshop and tour of Second Lives. We focused on providing examples of artists' use of a unit or single component that is repeated throughout their larger constructed sculptures. Therese Agnew's A Textile Worker, seen here, is an example of an artwork in the exhibition constructed out of many units. In this case, thousands of clothing labels make up the overall composition of her quilted piece. Back in the museum's classroom, we provided experiences for the students to work in groups to begin to create their own units and build sculptures using repurposed materials. This experience was a beneficial opportunity to overcome difficulties associated with the materials and learn to communicate and work together as a team. This paved the way for the work they would do back in the classroom with Barbara. Over the course of just a few weeks, Barbara had each classroom choose a theme and repurpose materials they constructed into sculptures as a class. In mid-March, Second Lives artist Paul Volinsky visited the school. This was a unique experience for the students to meet an artist who is part of the exhibition that inspired their own sculptures and get feedback from him about their works in progress. Like Paul Volinsky's work and the work of many other artists from Second Lives, the students' work makes use of mass-produced materials that support the concept behind each piece. This piece, called Sound Barrier, used broken, unusable clarinets, violins, cellos, bows, tambourines, instrument parts, and cases. In the words of the students, we were inspired by the sculpture Soundwave, made from old records by Gene Shin, which we saw when we came to the museum. By experimenting and moving the parts around, we learned how to arrange and balance our materials to create our sculpture. The number 2 train line is 1 block from our school, and our windows face the tracks. Having a sound barrier to keep out the noise from the train and using instruments that no longer make a sound seemed like a good idea. In the beginning of April, these 9 sculptures, one from each class, along with artist statements and titles, were presented in a special celebration and exhibition at the museum. The students, teachers, administrators, family, friends, and general museum visitors all had the opportunity to visit this special student exhibition, as well as the Second Lives exhibition. Students were encouraged to share their work with visitors throughout the day.
And what's the name of your piece?
Zip pants. It's made out of zippers.
You guys have a good time?
Yeah.
You can only answer. You guys have a good time?
Well, it was a great experience, and it was kind of hard putting them all together, but at the end it was all worth it. It's called Scorpion, and it's made of heels, sporks, and rubber bands.
Well, it took us a long time, but we all tried our best to do our job.
We're from class 4305. My name is Ebony, and her name is?
My name is Danny.
Our materials that we use, as you can see, is straws and rubber bands. At first, we thought it would be really hard. First, we drew a picture of flowers so we could get an idea. Then we were talking about units. Units is how many straws are in one piece. Our class, 4305, had a hard time doing this, and I could say that I think we did a great job.
This program symbolizes the immense potential of partnership, how 3 institutions have developed from one planning session to a full-scale collaboration, and the numerous benefits this can provide students.